single hand or any overhead casting, or the single hand especially that everybody does, it's a one plane cast. If my hand simulates a plane, it's a one plane cast. Skagit casting or all space types of casts are three-dimensional casts. Here's this plane of your sweep, and then the plane of your forward cast, which means you have to connect the two. And what happened in there, because I see the overhanging branches, I'm trying to slide the cast in low, so I'm sweeping here and then trying to forward cast in a similar plane. Doesn't work, won't pick it up. You've got to sweep this cast, this plane, and then separate, more vertical plane for the forward cast. And once you do that, you get perfect turnover every time.
You get a tighter loop.
Yeah. So here, and I went way too fast for that. But I call it, you got to separate the planes. You got to separate the planes. Here, here. If you don't separate the planes, casts don't work too well. And sometimes, and it seems like the more separation you get, the tighter your casting loop gets. And if I'm really casting for distance or going in the wind, I have to exaggerate. I find that exaggerating has helped me in a lot of my different casts, thinking of exaggerating certain movements. And one of those movements for me is like, if I'm doing the sweep here, and once again, I need to get more vertical, that's called separating the planes. The more vertical you get, it seems like the tighter your loop gets, to the point where I actually think of trying to cant the rod towards my head on the way forward. And when I do that, boy, that's the optimum performance cast. You get super tight loops. I'm going to show you another trick to help me do that. I'm revealing all my secrets here. Not really. I've told all this stuff before, but is to roll my wrists one way or the other to help me achieve separate planes. And what I mean by that is, you'll see me, if I'm casting off this side right now, you're going to see me, if I think about it, cock my wrist like this, which means when I do my sweep, the sweep's right where I want it to be. When I get back to here and my wrist, it straightens out by itself. It's just that it has to. When it gets straightened out, that's when I'll come over for the forward casting stroke. And it's like I said, it's actually kind of like using the human anatomy to help you, or the mechanics of the human anatomy helps you cast. So watch when I end the sweep, and then I'll roll my wrist before I go into the sweep. I mean, right there. So I labeled the parts wrong. I'm going to do my pickup, and then I'm going to, once before I start sweeping, you'll see me roll my wrist. And that helps me to get that more vertical on the forward stroke. Because when I get my arms crossed over here, my wrist has to roll out straight. See that? Can you kind of see it? I'll do it one more time. You've got to be really relaxed here, really relaxed, okay? So let me do that one more time. Notice I'm going to pick up and then roll my wrist at the time, for that split time frame that we wait for the line to settle. Right here, roll the wrist, then sweep. Once again, you got to have a kind of a nice relaxed grip in order to be rolling your wrists like that. Pick up, roll, and I should stress that even though you see my wrist rolling here, what's actually turning the rod is my bottom hand. Watch my thumb and forefinger here. Right here, watch this. Now watch the roll. See, it was bottom hand.